Wouldn't it be nice to have a monitoring system that will monitor all the conversations that are going on about your product and your business without you having to do any of that? Well, in video number 3, I'm going to talk about how you can get alerted when people share your goods by using free alert systems like Google Alerts. Anytime somebody mentions your product on one of these sites, on any site that is indexed by Google, then you'll be alerted. We'll talk about other systems as well that you can use to be alerted by social media sites, what people are talking about, stuff like that. So, with that said, let's jump right in. So, if you don't already have a Google account, go ahead and create one. You'll want to go to google.com/alerts, go ahead and log in, and you'll be able to create alerts. So at this point, you can create an alert about anything, and you can monitor the web for whatever keywords you enter in this box. Just be aware that whatever you enter in here, your product name, your business name, your name, or anything like that, you will be notified when Google finds a site that happens to have that keyword. So it's not necessarily related to, pirating, but it definitely helps you narrow things down. So if you want to outsource this, you can. Somebody has a day job that maybe once a week they go in, they look at it, they look what kind of alerts have come through, and they are proactive and they take action. So you can outsource this easily, or you can do it yourself. So what you need to do is just put your product name. You can put your product name, you can put your domain name. So it can be something like your product name. And then Google Alerts will give you some options, such as how often do you want to be alerted by this? So if you want to really be proactive, you can be at most once a day. But if you have somebody that comes in, once a week, that's fine too. You can put it at most once a week. So what Google will do is it'll gather all the alerts that it found, and then once a week, it'll send you those alerts in one email. So you have a bunch of alerts, or you can do it, at most once a day or immediately as it happens. Just keep in mind that if you do as it happens, the moment that Google finds it, you're going to have tons of emails coming your way. So generally, you can do once a week or pick and choose whatever you want to do. In terms of sources, you can do automatic, means that it will try to find any instant of your product name in news, blogs, web, video, books, and discussions. You can choose a language. You can choose a region if you want to specify, I only want alerts within the United States or within a specific area. You can do that, but to be honest, I would do any region. How many? I would say you can do only the best results or all results. And you can deliver it to your email or an RSS feed. And of course, when you're done, you can simply click Create Alert. Now, another thing I would recommend you do is, if it's your product name, I would also put your domain for that product as well. So I would put any instant and variation of your name. So your domain name, your company name, stuff that is related to your product. You can also put quotations, your domain.com in quotations, and you can create multiple variations of your product name. Now, personally, if you have many different products and many websites, you might want to segment it so that it's delivered to, different Gmail addresses that you might have for different companies and websites that you might have. So just think about that, because you will start becoming overwhelmed by tons and tons of alerts that you might actually, delete it. So you don't want to get overwhelmed for that. Now, what I want to do now is just cover other systems that will do what Google Alerts does. There's a site called talkwalker.com/en/alerts. And if you go here, pretty much the same thing, alternative to Google Alerts. If you don't want to use Google Alerts, you don't have to. And the good thing about this, the main difference is that you can specify an email address. So if you don't have a Google email or Google account, that's fine. You can use TalkWalker Alerts and just specify an email address. So if you do happen to outsource this kind of stuff, you could place an email address that goes to your outsourcer. Socialmention.com is a great site to find what people are talking about in the social media. So this is a real-time social media search and analysis. So you can search blogs, microblogs, bookmarks, images, videos, and questions. And of course, last but not least, there is a site called mention.com. Mention.com allows you to really listen to what's being talked about on the web and social web so that you can react quickly, you can collaborate, you can analyze what's happening. Are people talking about you? Are people sharing files, stuff like that? And if you go to the site, you can find out more. It does cost money to use this service, as you can see here. But the beauty of this is that you can monitor in real time. You can monitor Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all these other social media sites. So even sites that are not necessarily indexed by Google or found by Google, you could use this to find other sites that might not be indexed by Google. And what's cool about this is you can analyze your statistics and export your data. And if you do have an outsourced team that is going to grab the alerts and take action and stuff like that, Mention does provide you with a system that really allows you to collaborate with your team members. So this is not necessarily necessary, but it's definitely a way to centralize things and make things easier if you're looking for a paid option.